Have you ever wondered what it would be like to turn a small trade into a massive win? Well, today I'm going to be breaking down the ultimate high stakes strategy. I'm going to go 2x on AMD and I'm going to stack it with call options. And this is going to be the thing that I believe can supercharge my portfolio. Am I genius or am I reckless? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I've been waiting for on AMD stock. Let's get right into it. So, AMD is a stock that we've really seen start to gain traction in the news and financial space, but not in the price and chart space, if that makes sense. You see, there's been some things that have really been positive for the stock in the news era. I mean, we've seen that they recently, like, let me just see what we see. If I search AMD Starlink, AMD's chips are powering the newest Starlink satellites. Oh, hey, look at that. We got two videos from me that you could watch that actually show up on Google there. AMD becomes underdog of AI with Starlink partnership. We broke it down. The AMD Versal chips that they just launched are going to be powering the Starlink satellites. There's some other great videos out there as well, not just from my channel, but also some news articles that we've seen that are covering this. So, when we saw Starlink partner with T-Mobile, it was massive. AMD, I was already bullish on AMD just because of their data centers and their microchips and semiconductors that are powering a huge percentage of what is the AI boom. And so I was already bullish before learning about this Starlink partnership. When we look at their earnings, this was another thing, the AMD earnings. Guys, look at these earnings. The whole year, 2024, they beat their earnings. Their revenue, they beat. The financials show that their profit margins have gone up by over 100%. Their net income is up 157%. The revenue year over year, 17%. We're seeing more cash. We're seeing operating income going up. These are things that I'm really surprised are not impacting the actual price. There are some targets that put AMD near $200 a share. However, when we look at their actual stock, they're at $119 a share, and they've really just sold off. You can see that this break below the EMA, the SMA, that green line, and the EMA show that it's getting rejected by the moving average, so it's bearish in that sense. We see it really not showing any green candles. It's been, this is a day by day analysis. We're looking mostly red. Even since the elections on the 4th, we haven't really seen it have a positive week. Then outside of that, you look on the MACD and the RSI, this is indicating very strong buy signals. Look right here. If we would have looked at AMD right here, we'd see the RSI is at a low around 14. The MACD was looking very oversold before it continued up in a rally that lasted for a short time, going from what was 130 to 174. That was a 33% increase. So I've identified some levels, and I've also drawn up what is a Fibonacci outlook, because when we look at all the positive financials, we look at all these positive earnings and news, we have to ask ourselves, how can we really get the best entry on the chart? The three things that we look at in a stock are all looking good. The number one thing, which is the market we are choosing to invest in, which make up more oftentimes than not, people don't realize it's the market that you're invested in. It's not even so much your skill or how perfect you are at trading. It's the market that you choose to invest in. Okay, so that's number one. It's a great market AMD is in the AI and chip space with these large language models coming out and expanding into Starlink is a great time to be doing that. Number two is we're looking at the analysis. So that three-step process of financials, the news, and the charting. And the charting's not adding up but I think they were about to uncover that we might see some potential here. And then number 3 is, of course, having a plan for what we see it to go with. What do we see for the profit potential? And I want to break it down. So when we look on the trend lines that I've written up here, this is a clear support consolidation, support. This is right at $105. And that's a clear level, right? Resistance. There is a resistance right there, resistance right there. So that's a level. The other level right here, there's a resistance, some consolidation, resistance, more resistance level right there, some consolidation, and then support and support. So right now it's at that key level at $119. That is the share price right now, actually, and that could be where it could bounce. And then, of course, we have this level, this previous resistance, there's a support, and then previous support, and right there. So that's kind of where we're looking at on the near-term levels for where it could go. If it bounces here and we see it truly bounce, the next levels we'd be looking at would be basically right here. Okay, you can see there's a resistance, support, a little bit of consolidation here, resistance. So that next level would be $150 a share. Just to break that down, if it does bounce here, that would put it basically up 24%. The next level would be to go up to this level. So that's 42% increase. So that would be, you guys can see this consolidation, this resistance. There's that resistance right there. And then there's a resistance level right there, right? So that is kind of the next level that it would have to really break through. Okay, 47%. And then, of course, then we have that all-time high that if it reached, it would be really about a 90% increase for it to reach that all-time high. The financials and the news, in my eyes, are all-time high material, but the chart is not there. So here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doubling down on AMD stock. AMDL is a stock that I'm in. You can see I'm down a little bit. I'm okay. You guys know a lot of the market sold off today, but we're still up almost 2% on the day. But one of our positions here, AMDL, has continued to sell off even after getting in right here at $8.75. You might say, Will, what's the difference between AMD and AMDL? Well, I'm glad you asked, so I'll explain everything. AMDL is a stock that is tied to AMD, and when AMD goes up 1% or down 1%, AMDL goes up 2% or down 2%. So essentially, it's a 2x leveraged AMD. If we look at what is available and we drop in the options chain, okay, and again, I feel like I've been clear, but this is not the most, this is very, very high risk, and I don't advise any of you guys do this. So over here on the phone, I've seen it a little bit different. As you guys can see, I'm on AMDL stock. If I go down to this options trading, probably like a $9 or $10 call, that right there. So that would be, if I got one contract, so we'd be looking at, what is that, 10 contracts, we get 12 contracts, probably be looking at about 13 contracts. That would be close to $2,000. And essentially what this return could be, I mean, you can see max profit unlimited. If we see it break above that 1150, so 1150 would be right here, okay? So we'd be anticipating a break above here, 1150. That would be, anything over that would be very exponential. In fact, if it went up to $17, or if it even went up to $13, it would be around a $2,600 profit. So, they kind of map it out, but essentially, I'm actually seeing this go, I could see this go to 10, 15, $20, which if we kind of map that out, we'd be looking at, couple, we'd probably be looking at 15 to 30 grand on this trade. So it's a risky trade. It's one that I've been looking at for a very long time, and I'm very confident in it. So I think I will be taking it. And outside of that, one thing that I wanted to look at really quick with you guys was the Fibonacci on AMD. I am someone that truly believes in Fibonacci. I love to look at the levels. So let me just get all these drawings out of here. Okay, and so how you do the Fibonacci is you choose the last low. So you're gonna go Fibonacci retracement. You look at this downtrend. You see this downtrend, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, kind of consistently dropping. You get to the lowest point, which would be right here. So we get to the lowest point right there, and we basically stretch it to where we could see it going to here in the future. So what does your plan look like? And when I do that and I stretch it to where I could see it going to, which is this previous high, a little bit less to, that puts us right at the bottom of this golden ratio. And guys, one of the best times to buy according to Fibonacci is right in the golden ratio. And we're right at the bottom of the golden ratio. And this is that 0.618. Oftentimes they say this is where you buy in Fibonacci, that you're looking for it to go, this is like a great trade. This would be a fantastic trade. This would be, top-notch trade. And so essentially we could see it get to this. I think it's 100. I mean, a lot of the targets are $200 a share. We'd be looking to see it get to that $180 range. And that's why, that's with where it is right now to where I could see it going. That's why I'm also taking the risk. So Fibonacci looks good. It's right in the golden ratio. Financials look great. The news looks great. And the price looks quite good as well. So between all those things, I'm very confident in this trade. I'm going to be taking it very soon. I just wanted to share with you guys my thought process, that I'm not just throwing money out there. I mean, this is one of the ways that I believe I'll be able to considerably grow my account into 2025 here. I've been consistently growing my account investing in AI, tech. You guys see my earnings every single day. We're up 1.6%, while the rest of the market has been down today. SPY was down quite a bit at one point today. And I'm very happy with how we're growing our account, and we've been able to make thousands really every month just by focusing on AI, tech, quantum computing. And I'm very, very bullish on some of these AI and tech companies. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to watch me trade live every day at Market Open, there's Stockmates, that second link down below. I would encourage you to simply take a look. Again, it's that second link down below. If you guys would like to see more videos like this and you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button if I earned it, and do consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.